Do you remember any one disappointment that really shook you?
I can remember when I wanted to do my first show in Lagos. I did it somewhere here in Lekki, and I needed money. I didn't go to my parents, not because they couldn't give me the amount, because it's not like it wasn't ridiculously much.
Right.
But I was already used to, getting money from certain people or, saving up. I'll call her a guardian because of how much she did for me when I started off. If I had something, I always say, Mama, this is what I'm doing, or what you could support me with. The money used to come late, but I knew it would come. Do you understand?
Yeah, it was dependable.
So, yes, I knew it should come. So I remember one time when I was about to do my show, how much did that entire show cost? I think it was like 400,000, if not less, because a lot of things were favors, a lot of things were. And I called the friends I used to hang out with and drink with, and I'm not a drinker, but people I have fun with. And I knew the answer was no, but I just thought that I deserved the respect of telling me that, oh, you don't have it, or you can't do it now, or, oh man, I flat out don't have it. And with some of them, they just stopped picking my calls. They just stopped. And it was, a female friend of mine still that I went to. And for the first time, at least I was comfortable around her enough to let out a couple of emotions. And I remember I actually cried that day. And she just looked at me, she's like, Chike, don't worry, I'll give you the money. Just go and concentrate. And that was how I got the money.
Right.
She literally gave me the money.
Okay, that ended well.
Yeah, but it taught me that, with those friends, and it wasn't even about payback or anything. When we go out, even now, I'm not a drinker. But I know that if I'm in a place, the bottles will come because you are there, But man, the one way you drink, you will pay. Because guess what? I don't even drink. So why am I paying for you to come and drink?
Right. So
you
learned that we are really on.
So I still keep those friends. The old me, I was so angry, they're not my friends. I don't want to be around them. No, but I still have them around me till today. But you
know where to put them.
Yes, that's all. I have them around me till tomorrow.
Right.
Yeah, because they also come in handy. Right now, all my shows, they actually come. They talk about it, but then that's it. It's a half-full bus, and they can just get in, and it looks like something is happening.
You didn't know where you've put them?
I haven't said it like that, but that's still my guys, though. Not like saying that people are too show up for, but I just realized that, there are just certain lines that I will not cross with them, that's all.
I think everybody who had ever listened to you knew that you were talented, but I don't think anybody was sure that you were going to succeed because of the sound, and that particular type of sound has swallowed a lot of people. Did you know at the beginning that people were not sure that, is this market ready for this sound?
You always sense it. I mean, when you also, you talk with prospective record labels, and you see that one of their primary aim is to change the sound, to change something that's fundamentally who you are. You won't blame them because also, going statistics-wise, most times they're trying to apply a method that has worked, for other artists that they've unveiled or all that. I mean, you always sense it, but I don't know what would have happened if I listened. I don't know at least I know what's happening now that I didn't listen. And, am I happy with the present I have and with the future that I could have? Yes, for me, you still have a lot of people who say this sound or that sound, but they're still consumers of that sound. The issue is, are they comfortable enough to hear from you? Especially in Nigeria here, when if a music is just a piano and the rest, right? They might think, will it survive here? But these are people who still line up in the queue when Adele drops an album. Same people. So you have to just do what's comfortable with you and hope that they come along.
You're totally right. What's happening there when they will accept that sound when it comes from Adele or etc. But then when it comes from Nigeria, then they hesitate.
Man, I don't know what's happening, Me, I know that I have my people, and when I put out music to them, whatever way I want to put it, they listen. Those who find, this one's not as attractive, they check, and that's why I put out projects. They check the next one that they like, But I will never understand the consumer's mind because sometimes it's time. It's just time. People are in a time where they might be ready to listen to this or not, but that can hold you. You just have to keep moving. I read a quote somewhere where it said, I was watching a series, and I read it before, but it reminded me where it said that more is lost from indecision than the wrong decision. So if you're waiting for people to be in the right time, some other new guy will just come along.
Did you ever think that music would be a thing you would do for a living?
I would say maybe right after my university, I knew that I wouldn't say I knew before, to be honest, because, I just used to sing and disturb, everybody around me. And I can tell you that many of them, even now, who hit me up, who were in my university, and like, Okay, that time I did this was, I'm so proud of you. In my mind, I say thanks. But my real answer is, you thought I was disturbing you, nigga. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
You know, but then, you know, you have to be politically correct and be like, yeah, thanks, my man. You know, I still remember my friend. I mean, she's married now, Moji. I remember when there were auditions for one of the reality shows, and she had told me that, okay, you don't disturb me for 5 years, because I did a 5 years program. Oh yeah, it's time for you to go and this. Now she encouraged me, and when I went down to Ibadan, she even, because I didn't know anywhere in Ibadan, she took me around, she took me to the auditions, you know, and everything. And those are real friends.
You didn't know whether this was going to be the thing you were going to do.
Man, I'll
or
tell
you
you,
just did your best.
after the reality shows, I knew for sure. I knew I wasn't going to go back. I liked, you know, the life it seemed like I was going to have. I wasn't going to. In fact, my uncle tried to get me a job back then at a bank here on the island.
Your first album was perfect. In fact, there's this interesting story about how I showed up at your London concert.
You were there?
Yes, I was there.
Oh my God. Did we see?
No, we didn't see.
I voted in America. That's the follow you bought 2 tickets, flights, and.
Actually, I came with my friends, and it's a funny thing because
you were actually there?
I was there.
Did you have fun?
I had fun, of course.
Would you come back on another one?
Of course, I'll come back. I'm your
Do you
fan.
think people that were there will come back again?
I think
The
so,
way
because
they
you
felt?
played with them.
You were there. I was actually trying to find out if you were there.
Because I was there, we were all standing. You know,
I wasn't sure you were there. I felt like you were just asking me, but now I know you were there.
It's a long walk from the station to that place because I was doing some work in the UK at the time. I had done a Asha concert, which was incredible. Ooh. And so my friends were asking me, okay, which other concert would you like to go to? And I'm like, you know what? Nobody. I'm not really. There's nobody whose album collection from end. And I'm like, wait, let's think about it. So we began to look at my Apple place and say, who would I enjoy every song that the person has on their album? And I'm like, wait, so Chike? Why didn't I think of Chike? I'm like, so we played all the songs. This is my. I'm like, yes. And I'm like, okay, let me Google and see when Chike will have a concert, whether in Nigeria, whether in Lagos, and then we're having a concert that weekend.
In London. That's how you found out I was having.
That's how I found out you were having a concert. Because I'm not on social media.
Now. Oh, wow.
So that's how I found out that week that I searched that they were doing a show in London. Wow. And I began to connect some of my friends who were also coming for the show. So, are you going for Chike's? And what it emphasized to me was that you have a community that will show up for you. Yes. It may not be somebody else's community, but you have yours. Yes. And so, and 2 things. One is that the album itself, for people who are your fans, the album itself was great. So they're like, there's nothing I've asked him to do that he has not done with his music. And the second, people feel like they are rooting for you, that they want you to succeed for some reason. Why people feel that I want Chike to succeed, I want to show up for him.
Man, it's a mixture. A lot of times people are rooting for you. And I think most times people are actually not. You know, but let's not talk about who's not rooting. Let's talk about those who are rooting. Okay. Yeah, because that's what we need. I wish I knew. Because some of them, when they place certain qualities on me that, oh, this is why I like this guy. Sometimes like this person doesn't even know me because that's not even me. You know, but then if that's what makes you comfortable, you know, and what makes you want to root for me, then I need it either way. So I'm not going to correct your feeling. But I can tell you that for 1,000 people rooting, there's probably 2,000 more who've never met you, who are just not rooting for you, but are rooting against you. You know, but then I don't know what makes it tick for those who do, man. I just, when I receive like fan notes or fan epistles on, you know, at the end it just boils down actually to the music. Because most don't even know so much of my personality, because when they compliment my personality, they're complimenting the wrong thing completely. So it actually boils down to the music, that it makes them feel a certain way, and they just feel like that has drawn you close to them, and they want everybody to feel that same way when they share your music, and automatically they find themselves rooting for you.
Do you look at that first album, and did you know when you finished arranging this thing that, man, I tried?
Man, I remember the feeling that I had put in work. And I won't lie to you, when even till now people say, oh, first album was a classic, it's amazing. Or more. I'm like, yeah, thank you, because bro, I didn't know. Till now, in fact, I encourage myself sometimes by looking at it and be like, no, I did this, and people felt this way about my music. So that's why, you know, positive talks and thoughts is good though. You know, as a creative, I won't lie to you, before I became actively as a creative, you know, when I see something that's trash, I call it trash completely. But now, I won't deceive you, but I have a subtle way of learning. I might still call it trash in my mind, but I won't say it to you. the fact that you were even trying is a lot. And I cannot bring out better from you by calling it trash. I just make it worse for you. So the only way to encourage you is, this one man, you can still do better, or how are you going to do it, to make it better? And I'm happy for all the positive reviews, because it made me believe there was something there.
Yeah.
If when I came out with the way I process things, everybody shut me down and said, this is trash, this is rubbish, I probably wouldn't have continued, if I need to be fair. I think my will would have given way at some point.
Do your songs come out of your personal experiences?
I would like to believe that I have a strong imagination when I want to create certain kind of songs, because I actually try to imagine being there, and sometimes, luckily for me, I have some touch of my personal experience,
right,
or a lot of my personal experience.
Yeah.
I would never admit that publicly, because there's going to be a lot of, situation calling out there when you do that, and I don't think that's fair on both me and anybody. But yeah,
I mean, like when you say that, then people start looking, okay, who is he referring to?
Yes. So I just try not to, or I don't even want the person I'm referring to know I'm referring to them.
Yeah.
So they don't feel like this was private.
Yes.
And you did that.
Because there's songs like, oh, Chike, this is hard for me to say. Yeah. And there are people that song speaks to them so deeply.
Because they do people that kind of thing.
So they're like, I want to know that the person that sang this song went through this thing, so that the way I'm feeling feels authentic to me.
It is authentic.
Yeah.
I've been there for sure. I have a song like Insecure on my album.
Yes.
I've been there. I'm probably
Insecure
still there sometimes. I have to remind myself not to be there sometimes. See, there's some things as a human being that, you see, trust is a funny thing. If someone breaks your trust, especially someone that you expected not to.
Yeah.
There are people you expect to break it. In fact, you make arrangements that
when they break it, this is what we're going to do.
Yes, or you just make arrangement that I know so you go break and I will show you shake it. But there's that genuine fall that you fall and hit the ground really hard when you really was hoping that person was there to catch you. When that happens to you, man, you will be insecure.
Yeah.
It's not like you always have to talk yourself. I don't know for other people. Okay, so let me say for me, I find myself having to talk myself out of being that person when the situations that trigger me to be that come up.
So insecure happened to you?
Of course. It still happen to you tomorrow. Like now, if my tailor tell me you will get your clothes before Saturday. Sometimes I'll be like, call me on video. Like I see. You say, okay, wait. You say you don't so reach the hand. You say yes. I say you don't so reach the hand. And they call you for video call, show me the hand. Because, you just
That's the 419 answer.
You had a lot of...
That's the 419 answer.
No, it has happened to me. That's it.
Yes, okay. So
very
that's...
direct.
Right.
It has.
When you sing love songs, people look at Fine Boy, things are going well, etc. They're like, nothing can happen to you now. You are the one that is a heartbreaker. This is you are saying, you're just trying to get the girls to connect with you so that they can buy the music. Would they break Chike heart?
No matter as your head strong as man, women are powerful. You meet the amazing ones, and the ones that must show you shaggy. That will change your... See, they will change your mind as a man. And sometimes now you go find trouble. Sometimes you just go pull hand for... See, they say serpents inside here, but you want to chop the apple.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just you. You just go for something you shouldn't have gone for. And deep down, so... Even man to man, people break people's trust. But I can tell you that, because, when the opposite sex, especially if you're emotionally attached to this person, maybe you're even sexually involved with this person, and you genuinely, trust this person, you are not above. And you can connect to somebody on that level, and the reality is they are not even connecting to you on that level. It's just what it is. It has nothing to do with how good looking you are. Okay, even as a fine guy, do you want a girl to just like you because you're fine? Is that really why you want her to be with you?
Yeah, I get that.
Good. Now, if you're a wealthy guy, do you want a woman to be attached to you just because you're wealthy? That's another form of panic you have. Because when anybody who's wealthier than you comes around, you're going to be triggered. When anybody who's better looking than you. What you really want when you connect to somebody is like wholesome commitment to you.
I want to make a personal request to you. Many of you watch, like, comment, but you don't subscribe. Now, subscription matters as you subscribe and as you engage. So I am making a personal request. Don't just watch and leave. Please click the subscribe button. It matters to me.